How about everyone? In this new video I want to show you what to do if your phone or mobile device does not charge, or simply is giving you a false charge problem, i.e., that it remains charging but does not increase the percentage. First of all, I will make it very clear to you that there are many of the solutions that may be too obvious, or simply by using common sense, as there are others that are quite complicated and already directly requires a or someone specialized in electronics. Then, with nothing more to say, start. As in this case, this phone charges well, but I am going to show you an example. Many of the things that can happen. If so, what problems of false load or no load? First of all, if the cell phone does not charge, let's check when connecting it. Move gently chest. So moving it in that way by moving it. If the cell phone starts to appear as if it were charging, was giving a short film, is because it is probably the mirror is obstructed by dirt or other things like this, which normally this can be cleaned with a toothbrush, totally dry, and pouring isopropyl alcohol. That would be an easy solution to say, remove that problem. The second solution is to verify the condition of the cable, because in many occasions it may suddenly damage somewhere or simply stop working. But they also have to verify the condition of the charger heads, because on many occasions them do not work, fulfilled their useful life, or were burned. One way to tell if they are burned is to smell them. If you feel like a burnt smell, is because they no longer work. And if they want to check that I am actually telling him that is a lie, or something like that, rehearse with a different head, and you will notice it with another USB cable. That would be, let's say, the best way. When you account that the cell phone is not charging, if for some reason it doesn't work in any of these ways, I recommend they take him to a, because in many occasions can now be physical harm and requires a change of port. And now we go to the next case. The next case is that it charges but gives a false charge. Well, this may be for various reasons or reasons. Between one of them, it may be that the USB cable you are using does not send the necessary amperage. And one of the ways to realize that it is not loading correctly is to check the status of the USB cap, and also check the head that meets the necessary or minimum parameters. That is, we must also be very attentive, because the fact is that fake chargers, as in this case I have this fake, and I have this original, both are the same, and they are not at all the same, according to whether it is 9 volts or 4A. But in reality, this is not the case. Actually, this is like a 2A. And instead, in this one I did it to A, or if you send it to 9 volts, sends it to 1.67. This depends on the type of charger you use. But the best way, yes, in case the cell phone is expensive, fast, and receive a fast face, is by simply connecting it. Of one begins to say fast charge or slow charge. On many phones, on many occasions, especially on Samsung, on other devices, it is likely that this will not appear. Another thing, also highlight the type of cable. Although it is this, it is usually a little more complicated to explain. But this one, let's say the coffee as such, if it is quite thin, you are probably not sending amperage and voltage required to charge the phone, and it is not the same as a charger. Let's say of these that are top brands, I know they are a little thicker, let's say, that already send the voltage, which is another thing as well. Avoid using a. If they use fast charging chargers, avoid using normal cables. I recommend one. Use higher voltage and higher amperage. preferably original of any brand, no matter who it is, or so, as they can use third-party trademarks for about an hour, or green, or those brands just like that. Those are also quite good, although as I say things sound pretty obvious. But it happens to many people. DQ. Simply because it loses its common sense and then do not pay attention and make unnecessary arrangements if for some reason does not work. None of these methods I mentioned in the video. I recommend taking it to a technical don because it can be quite serious electronic damage. And I hope you like this video. Let me know with a like, subscribe, activate the bell in all of them, and see you next time.